Hey guys, here goes another one for you, and it happened to have been my birthday. Um, and I said that in the previous chat before this. And this is the makeup that I chose. That is the BH Cosmetics palette, and there are two palettes inside this case. I already spoke on this, but I'll say it again. I paid $12 for that on Amazon. It has beautiful matte colors, and a person such as myself with hooded eyes would like, actually would need more matte than shimmery colors to be able to pull off the look that I'm about to do here, which is just a very, like the title says, pretty and pinkish. There's like three shades of pink and a purple and a black cut crease. And I'm pointing out each color I'm using. I just held up the palette, the shimmery palette that I have, that's like 60 colors of shimmers, for my mobile lid, and I'm showing you the eyebrow palette that I'm using. And I do full-on brows here, and I'm preparing my face here with that BB cream that I love so much. And pretty much that was all. I did use a primer, and that's the one by e.l.f. And I'm showing you all of my brushes here. For the eyes, I used three e.l.f. brushes. And that there's a regular art paint brush. I think they're called Royale, and that was for the creamy products. Here I'm doing my primer, and that's the Wet n Wild one by the Fergie line. I think that was the only eye primer that I used, and I have found them to be quite beneficial for getting your colors to pop better and for blending purposes. So I have been using them, and that palette there, the brow palette, is I believe LA Colors, if I'm not mistaken. One of those Dollar General store eyebrow palettes. No, actually, I bought that one at CVS, but it is by one of the lines. It's either LA Colors, Wet n Wild, one of those. Paid like $3 for that, and it has three different shades. I use the two medium shades. If you hear any background noise, please just drown it out. And as long as you can hear me, we're good. I've got a house full while I'm doing this tonight. And so here, of course, I am doing my brows, and I put them on a little bit darker than usual. This is full-on special occasion makeup. And then I'm going to get into showing you how I did my eyeshadow here using the BH Cosmetics palette. By the way, I highly recommend it. It has long staying power, very well pigmented. Um, of course, though, I tested each color because these colors are new to me, so that's what you see me doing on the palm of my hand. There's just blending the colors out on my hand before I actually go and put it on my face. Because if I don't like it, then I have to take it off. But here I am using a regular blending brush, getting my transition shade in there, and that is a very, very pretty, I would say like a medium pinkish color. It's not actually hot pink. And that's going right above my actual crease, right into the upper socket area. And as you can tell, I am blending that very well. It takes me a while to do this, which is why I'm just showing you one eye in this video, because otherwise it would be quite long. So blending is key no matter what colors you're using, but I do highly recommend this palette. You can get it on Amazon, and the colors are just gorgeous, and I needed a palette that had mostly matte colors, which is what I got here. Excuse the background noise, and I know you guys can hear it, but as long as you can hear me, we're good. So here, I know I have the mirror in my face, but I am taking a whitish, and this does have shimmer in it, whitish, like a silvery color, and highlighting my brow bone with that. And then that's a pencil brush, and I'm about to go into my actual crease. This is where I'm going to use the hot pink, or the darkest of the pinks, and begin to cut in my crease area. And this is in double the speed, so you guys have a good amount of time to see where I am placing that and how I am blending that. And you want to look straight ahead into a mirror if you have hooded eyes to do this, so that you can see when your eyes are open where these colors will actually sit on your eyes. So I'm going a little bit up above my actual crease area into my socket, higher and lower. And so you see the pinks now, the shades are changing. And I'm going from a lighter pink, which was in my, which is the transition shade, and also on my upper crease, to a darker shade of pink. And I would say this is very close to a hot pinkish color. And I'm pointing them out. So I do a lot of sign language here. And so I mixed two different pinks, and they were both dark, but they were different shades, to get the color that you see that I have blended here into my actual socket area. And there's a lot of blending. Just because you don't see me doing this for 10 minutes doesn't mean that I'm not actually doing it for almost that long. That is how important the blending process is. That's how you get the seamless look. That's how you get the gradient. And so I'm actually blending, although you can't see that, for about 10 minutes. Not each color, the entire eye blending process. And then I am going to place another cream product, a base, on my mobile lid. This one is a little bit shimmery, but it's going to make the powder shimmer that I use on top of it pop better and have even more shimmer to it. And so I used a base that had some shimmer in it only on my mobile lid. I don't want that shimmer to go up into my socket area where my hood is, because then that will highlight it, and that's not what I want to do. And then I'm going to go ahead under that hot pink with a really, I would like to say dark purple, but it's such a bright dark purple. I wouldn't even know what to call it. It is a shade of purple. It is the darkest in the palette, and I blended that into the actual cut that I created, and that gave me a darker cut crease. And it also provided, it also provided and added to the gradient as I blended that right in there. So and it also creates another type of color, because you're blending these colors right on top of each other. And that's the whole point. And that's how you get the gradient. And that's how you get the transitions. So I'm still working in the same area here. And I just showed you the purple that I used. Like I said, these don't have names on it, so I'm just calling it out as I see it. But if you look at my eye really well, you can see that there is a shade of purple right where the cut is, and I'm blending that right in there. And then I take a black from the palette from Coastal Scents, and it's the dupe. It's a direct dupe of the Naked palette, and I think it's called Reveal. And that black just creates more of a defining line for me. It darkens the cut crease. And so I blend that right into the purple and the pink where I began the cutting of the crease, if that makes any sense. The rest of this video is going to be, I wanted to narrate the eye part because it looks a little bit confusing if you're just looking at me doing and you don't hear me telling you what I'm doing. It can get a little confusing. But the rest of this video is going to be a combination of just full-on makeup, which, again, there's going to be a lot of sign language. There are going to be products that you will recognize for the rest of the makeup. The eyelashes and the eyeliner I did off camera, and I used the Wet n Wild gel eyeliner, and I used Demi Wispy Lashes by Ardell. And I'm going to go ahead and add some music for you for the rest of this video. If you have any comments or questions, or if I missed anything, please let me know down below, and I answer all of them. And thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time.